Babe, I'm calling. Okay. All I had to do to leave today is to press that lock right there. This is the second to the last video. It's early in the inspection report. This is the front door. It has an air gap underneath it and air gaps around it. Part of the reason is, well, you do have a threshold sweep, but it doesn't seem to be doing its job. And then we're missing our weather stripping around here. This is the way I inspected all of our receptacle outlets. Okay. This is the pedestrian door into the garage, and we're missing a door stop. And then look at the trim around here. Look at the paint. There's that little spot up there. It's like there was a gouge or something, and they've been patching this stuff. This smoke alarm is a combination carbon monoxide alarm. It's good because it's in front of the garage. It's also relatively close to the primary bedroom. But it's also reasonably far from the bedrooms. If this covers the downstairs living space and all three bedroom doors, then all the smoke alarms and the carbon monoxide alarm is in the appropriate locations. I'm thinking that that's being stretched a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. I'm coming along. This is the garage. I got a video about all these horrible walls. And in that video, I'm asking you, saying thank you. In that video, I'm saying thank you for your business and your trust. Making sure that everything that was tripped is reset. When the water heater loses power, it'll make some noise reactivating. And when the water heater, when the lawn sprinkler system's coming on, the water heater will also make some noise. Now, I'm not an engineer. Okay, I'm a home inspector. I use some engineering equipment. I use a CompuLevel to measure the floor height elevation differentials. I do, but understanding that I'm a home inspector, not an engineer. Home inspectors should stay in their lane. If we're not engineers, we shouldn't pretend like we're engineers. So I use this CompuLevel and other signs of movement. Trees too close to the home, for example. The operation of windows and doors, cracks, so forth. But included that, I'd use the CompuLevel. And I'm looking for not measuring slope, not calculating tolerances. I'm looking for guidelines. And the guideline that a lot of home inspectors use, I choose to use, is no more than 1 inch floor height elevation differential within 25 feet. That's good enough for FHA. It's good enough for me. No more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. And this home measured 0.8. I didn't get the highest and lowest. Good home. This is Bud. So I didn't get the highest or the lowest because there's so much area here. Okay. But what I was able to do as a representative sample, I only got 0.8. Look at that. 0.8 floor height elevation differential. So that's what we got. And then you know what else we got? Got a lot of paint issues. Missing the doorstop, already mentioned that. A lot of paint issues in here. Now, this is beyond the scope of a TREC inspection. All right? I don't have to do this. I choose to do this. My client's not here. If the door's broken, like the weather stripping on this door, and the weather stripping on that door, okay, if it's broken, that's part of a TREC inspection. coming along. Just look at all this. These are double pane vinyl frame windows. I opened every window, closed every window. The windows seem to be operating fine. Look at the paint trim around there. Look at that. And look at this cold joint across here. Look at that. So this is the interior and interior plumbing video. I'm sorry. Interior and exterior plumbing. We've got all the, now on this shower, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. We've got a big gap underneath here. Alright, so when you're in the shower, and you're washing your feet and stuff is bouncing around, the water's going to come through here. Well, most people put a shower mat down. You should. But, you know what I'm not seeing in these bathrooms? No towel racks. No towel racks. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. The commode is fine. Both of the commodes are fine. Alright. Everything that's supposed to go down goes down. Why you tell me? That gouge right there. Isn't that weird? Going along with that gapper on the striker plate. I mean the fit and finish. Now this is universal on the clothes rods. One, they're not stained. The clothes rods are not stained. Another one is these corbel racks, brackets, whatever you want to call them. They're supposed to have screws in them. Actually, they came with screws. A little package, you know. I believe. I could be wrong about the coming with the screw, but regardless, they're supposed to have screws so that they don't get loose. And then you're in a hurry, you know, because you're going to dad's dance, daughter dance at school or something, and you're in here, you're trying to get ready so you can take your daughter to, for example, to school, then it falls out and everything falls down and you're running late, that kind of thing. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Again, everything's supposed to go down, goes down. Look underneath here. Boring. Boring's good. We want a boring home inspection. No towel racks. Vent fans are fine. And some of the exhaust could have been routed a little better. Look at those marks up there. The more I look, I mean, it's my opinion. Look at the marks. I mean, just go up to this. It's my opinion that when you have half a dozen marks on every wall, then I'm just going to assume that the final paint has not happened. They want to come in and put the final luster on it, and I'm assuming that that's what the builder wants to do. Is he wants to come in here and he wants to repaint everything so that it's pristine for the client, because this is new construction, and you obviously tell that he's very proud of it, and obviously he wants to come in here and repaint the whole house. That's the only logical answer. We do not have ceiling fans in this home. The thermostat is in here, and I wouldn't mind it in there. But the thing with the thermostat in here is that a thermostat's a dumb animal. It might be a smart thermostat. It's got the humidity, that kind of stuff. It might be a smart thermostat, but it's a dumb animal. All it knows is what you tell it to do. So if you put it on 70 degrees in here, the air conditioning for the house is going to run until this room is 70 degrees. Now what's on the other side of the door? I don't know. It might be 90 degrees. It might be 30 degrees. I don't know. The thermostat does not know. So that's why the thermostats are supposed to be in common areas. One, I get it. It's in the primary bedroom. You want control. I do. Two, it's kind of ugly and maybe you don't want it on your living room wall. I understand that. But it's supposed to be in a common area. Moving on along, gouges. I can't even get up there, right? Bam, 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 bam. You know, oh, there's one. Just because you don't see blue tape doesn't mean that there are not areas that need to be touched up, repainted. I think the whole thing should be repainted. But just because you don't see the blue tape, look at that. That's a circle around a square. Okay, somebody's gone in there and tried to fix something, and that's like a double patch. Oh, speaking of double patch. It's not a double patch, but it just reminded me of something. All right, we'll double work here.
What is that? You know what that looks like to me? And we're in the bathroom. 3 guesses, first 2 don't count. That looks like feces.
Really? About to close, about to move in, you got something that resembles feces on the wall? And that's just rude. Okay, this countertop is fine. All right. As long as it doesn't extend more than 10 inches, and it doesn't, then a corbel or support's not necessary. This countertop is fine. This door was installed inside out. Not the threshold. And look at that latch. Look how that. See that? Do you feel secure about that? I don't. I don't feel secure about that at all. The hinges are on the other side of the door. The hinges are on the other side of the door. Just pull the hinges out, pull the door out. That's probably not going to happen. They're probably going to kick the front door down. We're missing our weather stripping around here. We've got another air gap underneath here. Well, no, we don't. We have air gaps under the garage pedestrian door and the front door, but not this door. But it's still missing the weather stripping, and this door jamb is larger than the door. So the door can't latch properly. I don't know what these marks are on the windows. I got one in the north bedroom too. Somebody had a problem before, maybe. I don't know. Kids? I don't know. What is that? Look at all the paint finishes. It's just pretty amazing. So I'm in the kitchen. The dishwasher's fine. Everything. What? Resume? So it's fine because it's done. No, it's... Okay, I don't like this. I'm going to see if I can come back to this. Cancel drain. Something's wrong with this dishwasher, okay? I ran it through a cycle. It's not acting right. Well, now it's draining. Might be operator error. But after you run it through a cycle, because I tripped the GFCI, is that it? We'll come back to this. We'll revisit this. But underneath here we got the disconnects for the electric disconnects for the dishwasher and for the disposal. We have an anti-siphon loop and device for the dishwasher. Now this is a 1/3 horsepower garbage disposal, food waste disposal. We're missing our cabinet door. It's a 1/3 horsepower food waste disposal, and as long as it's 1/3, if it's 1/2, 3/4, 5/8, whatever, as long as it's not a 1 horsepower food waste disposal, the manufacturer says that it's okay to put a switch in here out of sight. Now that's a code violation, but not. The code says the manufacturer's specification supersedes. The only thing they specify is it says on and off, so those rocker switches wouldn't work. So if you come in here and it's time to replace your food waste disposal, you could put a 1/2 horsepower or 5/8 in here and it'd be fine. But if you wanted to put a 1 horsepower or whatever, then this switch was no longer acceptable. We're missing our cabinet door, like I said. Also, because we have an island, we cannot run vent pipes up through the ceiling in the attic where there's no insulation. No insulation in the attic. Can you believe that? So what we have here is called an air admittance valve. And it's a mechanical device. I actually prefer them over the loop. But the advantage of having a pattern loop fitting is that it's passive and it never requires maintenance.
So if your sink is slowing up, but you can't understand why, or if it starts to stink, then this might need to be replaced. All right? So just saying, if you start getting some clues that something's wrong, something's probably wrong. The electric range, okay. I did the warming zone, I did the broil, I did the oven. 350 is 350. It has an anti-tip device. I have not done the regular burners. I did the warming zone. I did that. Cooktop, no, not on. Anyway, again, operator error. Why not? Broil, we can get that really fast. Start. See there? You're in low, come on high, dual element. See that? Dual high, both elements. Now, speaking of code says that the corner of this should not be closer to this than 24 inches. But the manufacturer supersedes is that this corner shouldn't be any closer to the cabinet, to the cooktop, than 30 inches. And that's about 35 inches. So according to the manufacturer, this application is acceptable. Just like according to the manufacturer, this switch is acceptable. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. I'm having fun. I want to continue to have some fun. This is the microwave. I did the light, 2-stage light. Fan works, it's circulating, but it works. I'm not supposed to run these without a load, so that's why I put the wet rag in here. I put my magic lights. Put my magic lights in here. Why do I have magic lights? Because I was the smartest kid in the room at a pop quiz. It's kind of a dog and pony show. We come over here, we do cook time, 15 seconds, start. This light is supposed to blink on and off because the microwave circulates. And that's how you know your microwave is working. You might as well hang it up right now. Everything else is anticlimactic. That's the best part of the whole inspection. No need to watch any other videos. There you go. Look at the steam come off of that guy. That's how I know it works. Like I said, I don't think I said, but I wanted to say that this oven, this range, has an anti-tip device. I've got a still image of that. Coming on along, even in the pantry. Look, I didn't put any tape there. Look at that. Come in, it doesn't take long. Just let your eyes get adjusted. Just sit down and let your eyes get adjusted. These are all the reasons we're missing our door. These are all the reasons. All the reasons why I think it should be repainted. Moving on along, more scratches again. Why aren't you doing green? Oh, you are doing green. All right. Do a little charging here. I don't remember this guy. This is the guest bathroom. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Boring. Vent fan. Look at these things. Boring. That's good. Coming in here. Again, no towel racks. There's a hole in the wall. They just stick some caulk in there. You can hardly see it. Depends on where you're at, but there is a scratch. Scratch on this splashback right there. You can buff that out with a little chenille or something. There's our friend. We've been talking while y'all weren't around.
This is the second bedroom or the west bedroom. Again, spots, 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 spots. They're really everywhere spots. Up here on the ceiling, look at that. Spots, 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 spots. Wind is boring. Look, this is kind of rough, I gotta say. The clothes rods were not stained and they were not fastened. Somebody say stains? Whoa. Okay. There's a big old brown stain on the carpet right there. See that? My shadow's in there. I think you can see it. Coming along. Same thing. No scratch. Okay, spots, 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 spots. Really? Please. Okay, laundry equipment is beyond the scope of this inspection. But I just gotta say that the clothes dryer vent is not attached. If you run this clothes dryer in here, it's gonna spray all your moisture and your lint into this room and the rest of the house. So there is no vent connector right there. GFCI protect. Oh, speaking of GFCI, this is supposed to be GFCI protected, and you're going to learn when we get to the electric service panel video that this is not GFCI protected. And it's supposed to be. It's been a couple of years now. The builder can't be that far behind the times. Don't say can't. I mean, some people take it as a challenge. Is that door latch? No, it doesn't. That's why I like my clients around. That's why I like my clients around. This is how I do my method. Go in here. Come on. The laundry door will not remain latched. Will not latch. Okay. Just won't latch. Coming in here, I got like sometimes I got arrows kind of pointing you where to look. Oh my goodness. See that? I've been around the house trying to close doors and stuff. I probably shouldn't close these so that people can see the, you know what? I'm going to leave these open so people can see the tape. I can't close that one anyway. This is the return air. We did not run the air conditioner today because it's only 40 degrees. I don't want to cause damage to the system. That is drained. Is it drained as much as it's supposed to be? That looks normal. Okay, I'm going to take a few minutes to come back and see how this thing goes through its cycle. Pack my stuff in the car and all that. But, you know, for the most part, that's the everything's turned off. All the windows are latched. The only thing I have to, well, let's make sure this door is latched. So what I do, deadbolt, latch. Thank you very much.